How important is it that the Zermatt Summit vision is adopted widely?
Well, I think it's extremely important because I think we're at a time when there are many, many people in many, many countries who have a basic sense of dissatisfaction with what can be in relationship to what is in the quality of life in their countries. And many of these people have access to a certain array of tools. We all have a different set of tools. And I think what's happening here is people are coming together to figure out how we can best deploy all those tools and all the diversity and all their effectiveness in a way that is directed towards the same general, solving the same general problems.
Can finance serve the economy?
Absolutely. There are many examples of organizations that are financially oriented, that are linked to the financial system as it exists and as it has sometimes been modified, that produce outcomes that are directly compatible with the well-being of the community as be broadly defined, and not just strictly measured on not measured in terms of how they produce wealth for the investors or the stockholders.
Is it possible for the economy to serve the common good?
It is absolutely possible, and I think that possibility is the reason that people have showed up here at Zermatt, and Zermatt is part of a worldwide kind of organization or movement to marshal the economic forces at the disposal of people who know how to control those forces on behalf of the community interest, the public interest. In a way that people clearly see has not been achieved at the full extent. So people wouldn't be here. And if you go around the facility and talk to people, I think there's a great sense of optimism, partly from people's personal experience, but also reinforced by the fact that they're around people who have tremendous resources at their disposal, tremendous skills at their disposal, and are looking for ways to effectively employ those skills in a direction that has a positive impact on the quality of life in the community and the quality of life for the human person.
Can the common good serve the human being?
Absolutely. I mean, that's why we're here. And it's not possible long-term for it not to. I think each of us has within us some sense of what that common good is, and I think that's part of our makeup. And I think more and more, certainly I've experienced over the last 20 years in my enterprise, that the other enterprises that have developed around me, the other organizations that have developed around me and along with me, that the scale of the intervention of people like me, who traditionally used to be just strictly in business working for stockholders, who are now refocusing our attention or redoubling the focus of our attention to deal with injustices, inequities, or things that clearly are not compatible with most people's sense of what's fair and just and possible. So yeah, I would frame it as that it's going to happen. It's a question of how efficiently we can get there, because the value proposition to everybody would benefit. So in a sense, it's a rational approach, and so it will become real.